Well, hey guys, it's time for another episode of It's Crow Time. Episode number 40. Number 40. Wow. We're going to be joined by Mr. Charlie Hickman in just a little bit. But first, let's get to that intro music. DJ, hit it. Alright, folks. So, in breaking news, as many of y'all might not have heard, the wait is over. You wanted red dirt? We are giving you red dirt. Here is the 2023 Calf Fry Festival lineup. It's going to be Casey Donahue, Parker McCollum, Reed Southall, Giovanni and the Hired Guns, Larry Fleet, Mike Ryan, Caitlin Butts, Cameron Marlowe, Tanner Usrai, Treaty Oak Revival, Charlie Hickman, Wyatt Flores, Cam Allen, Hoosier Brothers, Tyler Halverson, and then the Battle of the Bands winner, and that is happening May 4th, 5th, and 6th in good old Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now, if you want to get tickets, you can get your 3-day VIP and GA ticket options are available now at www.calffry.com. Single day tickets are to be released on February 28th. Alright, folks, and I think we got a special word from Uncle Gordy himself.
Hey y'all, this is Gordy from Highway 30 Music Fest, coming to you live from Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to hold a music fest October 19th through the 22nd. You're Gordy? You're Cody Jinks.
Can I come to your festival?
Absolutely. Would you like to come be the headliner?
October 21st?
Yes, Saturday night.
I'm in.
You're in? Hell yeah. You know what, y'all? We got Cody Jinks. We're going to announce him as our first headliner for October's show, and I am so excited. God bless. Take care. See y'all real soon. Bye.
Alright, that was Uncle Gordy announcing when they announced the first headliner, Mr. Cody Jinks, on Saturday night, October 21st. The Thursday night headliner has been announced. It's going to be Brothers Osborne. And again, that'll be Thursday night. So, if you want to get your tickets for that festival, you can head over to highway30tx.com. If you're in the Fort Worth area, they're having the Fort Worth Music Festival and Conference. It's going to be Wednesday, March 1st through Saturday, March 4th. It's going to kick off with Ariana Ortiz and Mark Laughlin. Rick Lambert, Michael Hosty, and Kevin Fowler will round out day one. Day two, Thursday, March 2nd, is going to be Dusty Motes, Saints 11, Jacob Armoridge, Race Ricketts, Midnight River Choir, Shaker Hymns, Ray Wiley Hubbard, Randy Foster, Michael Martin Murphy, Daryl Dodd, Dave Perez, Larry Joe Taylor, the Tejas Brothers, and round out with Josh Weathers. Friday, March 3rd, is going to be Randy Brown, Jake Bush, Nick Brumley, and Presley Hale, Gracie York, Oliver Penn, and Jake Pete, Jake Castillo, Prophets and Outlaws, Max and Heather Stalling, Cameron Wright, Gary P. Nunn, Roger Krager, and then in that day with Treaty Oak Revival. Saturday is going to be Carrie Lick, Amanda Kate Ferris, Angela White, Jake Oden, Tommy Alverson, Jesse Jennings, Jack Barstill, and rounding out with Mike Ryan. You can go catch the whole lineup at www.fortworth.com/FWMF, and you'll also be able to get your single day tickets there. April 24th through the 29th in Stephenville, Texas, at Melody Mountain Ranch. That's right, folks. It's once again time for Larry Joe Taylor's 34th annual Texas Music Festival. It'll feature Co-Wetzel, Shane Smith and the Saints, Randy Rogers, Mike Ryan, Josh Abbott, Colby Cooper, William Clark Green, Corey Kent, Caitlin Butts, Roger Krager, Treaty Oak Revival, Kevin Fowler, Tanner Usrai, Red Clay Strays, Randy Foster, Courtney Patton, Josh Weathers, Slade Coulter, Jacob Stelly, Bree Bagwell, Gary P. Nunn, the Tejas Brothers, Gracie York, Tommy Iverson, Larry Joe Taylor, and many more. You can go get your tickets at www.larryjoetaylor.com/Texas_music festival _music /festival/ticket/information. And you can also get your 3-day pit passes. There's 100 of them left, so go grab those. But I think I got them all. So that's all the festivals coming up. So great live music to get out there. And of course, in Idaho, you've got the original Highway 30 Music Fest. So if you're out in Idaho, go experience Uncle Gordy. And if you like what you see, come on down to Texas Motor Speedway October 19th through the 22nd, and you won't be disappointed. All right, folks, with that being said, I think we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back with Mr. Jace Holtum. Let's face it, the worst thing to deal with after a storm is the damage. That's why I personally recommend Elite Roofing and Restoration. They'll walk you through the process. They also offer many different services, including HVAC, electrical, garage door repair, and so much more. So why don't you give them a call for a free estimate at 405-443-7979 or send them an email at eliteroofingYukon@gmail.com. They'll work with you. And at Elite Roofing, their motto is honesty, integrity, and transparency. Do you have yard work that needs to be done, but just don't have time to do it? Well, go hit up my buddy, Jake Lazenby, with Lazenby Landscaping. They do both commercial and residential mowing. They also will get rid of them pesky trees that are in your way. They'll dispose any waste that needs to be taken out. And they'll have your flower bed looking the best in the neighborhood. So why don't you give them a call at 405-614-9674 for a free estimate, and also ask them about their senior citizen discount. Also, go give them a like on Facebook at Lazenby Landscaping and tell them I sent you. And joining me now is going to be Mr. Charlie Hickman. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, dude? How are you? Doing great this evening.
Oh, I'm just doing all right, just living life,
For sure.
Yeah. So, are you out of Cushing or?
Yes, sir. Yep, Cushing, Oklahoma.
Cushing, Oklahoma. Got a buddy that he plays football. He's from there, old Trevor Alley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew Trevor. Trevor Ailey?
Ailey? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, So how did old Mr. Charlie Hickman come about in this whole music business?
Well, first of all, I was born into a pretty musical family. My mom has been a music teacher my entire life, and my dad was the worship leader at a Baptist church for 20 years. So I was kind of cursed from the beginning. And when I was probably 14, picked up a guitar and played in high school a little bit and played in the church band a little bit and stuff like that. And then 2016 came around, and me and a couple buddies decided we wanted to start gigging a little bit. So we started, gigging in the bars and different places like that. And now, 7 or 8 years later, here I am.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, who's all in your band?
So right now it's me and my drummer JD Flowers, who lives in Waxahachie, Texas, and Tyler Nichols on lead guitar. And I don't necessarily have a bass player at the moment, but every once in a while Ian Smith will fill in for me, or sometimes my old drummer Will Davis he'll come and play a show or two. So bass kind of floats around at the moment, but that's kind of what I got going on.
Oh, Ian Smith, I'm trying to think. He plays with somebody. Who is that?
He played for Holly Beth, and he plays for Matt Williams sometimes. And
oh, yeah.
all over the place too. Really heck of a bass player.
I had old Matt on here last weekend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was a good time. It was fun. Yeah, we just sat here and bullshitted the whole time.
Yeah, that's a fun dude.
Yeah. So being in that Stillwater area, so I'm guessing, have you played up there a lot or
Around in Stillwater
or around Stillwater? You know, that northeastern area.
Right. So I started in Stillwater. The first place I ever played was a place downtown in Stillwater called Draft Days. And coincidentally, it was owned at the time by a lady that lived in Cushing, so we kind of knew some similar people. But I talked her into letting me play an acoustic gig, every once in a while at her place. And that's where I got my start, was in Stillwater. Played there, played at the river, played down on the strip some at Black Willie's and different places around there. So it was cool. There used to be a spot called the 19th Hole. We'd play out there quite a bit.
Dude, I love the 19th hole. I miss it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, I mean, where else could you go and hit golf balls into a simulator?
Yeah, it was like Top Golf, but before its time.
Yeah, dude, it was so cool. Like, I was like, "Whoa, this is awesome." We went there one time.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't need to do that. I remember there being a couple of gigs we'd play there. We'd look over and see people, hitting golf balls, and I thought, "Boy, that's peculiar." But
yeah, now it's like the new thing.
Right.
Yeah, they got here in Wichita Falls. They got 2 indoor golf simulator places coming. So I guess it's the new thing.
Right.
Yeah. So when did you want to go and get serious and cut a record?
Man, we always, me and the 3 or 4 people, there's 2 of us, 2 other guys, Dusty and Terry Bradley, they were my original bass and guitar players, and I've been friends with them for a long time. They taught me how to play when I was younger. But anyway, whenever we got together as a band, we wanted to, focus on writing and releasing and recording music. And so that was something we'd always intended on doing. And it took us probably, I think, 8 or 9 months before we finally had enough money to go do something. So
yeah, that's what people don't understand, how much time and the money it costs, to go put out a single. Yeah, definitely, man. It's definitely takes, like I said, time and money.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Who'd y'all record that with? Because I remember y'all came out. Was that when y'all came out with what's that song? It had you on the front and driving the truck.
The Trouble EP.
Trouble EP, yeah.
No, the first one we did was the Coming Home EP, and that one was done at Studio 7, which doesn't exist anymore, but Dave Copenhaver was the producer at Studio 7. And we did the first one with him, cut the first one with him, and then the next run of releases, that we did a single in December of 2019, and that was done at Classen with Dwight Hamlin. And we did Tell Me Why, dropped that as a single, and then we did the 6-song EP with him as well. And it came out in October 2021. No, it was 2020, October 2020, because we released it right in the middle of the pandemic, and we learned that was not smart. So,
yeah, that was a weird time, definitely, for sure. Man, it was crazy. Yeah, Dwight, he's a hell of a producer. I don't know.
Pretty subpar.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's great, man.
He's an alright guitar player too.
I mean, every time I see him, I tell him that he, eventually he needs to take a lesson or something, figure something out. Because we just can't, as a music community, can't keep lying to him, telling me.
Yeah, shout out to Dwight Hamlin, by the way, lead guitarist for the White Lighters. Man, Yeah, he did my buddy's single, Richard Cliff Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and stuff. But so have you played at that? What is it? The theater? What's that theater in Cushing?
Duncan.
Duncan. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got to we played there a couple times now, but the first show we did there was with Jason Boland. Got to open up a show for him, which that was really awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great crowd, and we've done a couple of things since then up there.
Did you play with No Justice and Gannon and them when they played there?
No, I was out of town that weekend, but I saw that Gannon and them got to do that. I wished I could have been there for that.
Yeah, I wish. I can't remember. I think we were talking about going, but we didn't end up going. You know, it's weird. When I was living at home in Faxon, Oklahoma, you know, and me and Zach, we'd always talk about going to shows and stuff. But now that I'm down here in Wichita Falls, I'll see somebody's playing in Oklahoma, and I'll be like, "Dang, I wish I could make that."
Yeah, that'd be tough being that far out.
Oh, definitely. But I did get to go. If they're playing somewhere go see Shiloh and them, I think we're gonna go see them in June at Fort Worth. So that's gonna be fun again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You ever ventured out into the Iron Horse?
Oh yeah. We ventured out to the Iron Horse several times now.
Yeah, that's pretty fun place to kick it. I like playing there.
Yeah, that's right. I remember y'all played there. When was that? That was
last time we played there was probably 2021, end of the year.
Because y'all opened for somebody, didn't y'all?
Well, there was one time we played there. We opened up for Ross Shiflett, and then there was another time we opened up, and I want to say it was for 51 Junction. That seems like it was 51 Junction we opened up for.
Dude, I haven't heard that band in forever.
Yeah, I hear from Logan every once in a while, but Nick's playing fiddle for Boland now, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I wondered what happened to them guys because it just out of nowhere they just disappeared.
No, I talked to Logan not too terribly long ago. I think they're still in the studio. I think they're about to release something. I don't know. I think I remember him saying that, but.
Yeah, I remember because they released their first, was it an EP or full album? Couple years ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they did maybe a 5-song down there in Norman.
Oh yeah.
With Sharon did an album or an EP with Wes.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. So, did you go to school at Stillwater, or?
I did briefly. So I grew up in Cushing. My family moved to Cushing when I was 5 years old. So I grew up here in Cushing and went to school here in Cushing. And then whenever I got out of school, I did a year, one semester over at NOC OSU. So I had a couple classes at OSU, had a couple classes over across the road at NOC. And then I decided that wasn't quite my deal. I mean, I liked it. I just didn't have money to go back. So
right.
I ended up taking about a year off and then ended up going to Shawnee to OBU for a semester.
Oh, yeah.
And found out that I really didn't like paying that bill.
Oh, yeah. No crap, dude. When did you go to OBU?
2015, spring of 15, spring semester.
Okay, I had a buddy that played football there, Creed Wright.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know.
He was from Velma. I think he ended up marrying a girl that played basketball there. But there was a girl from my high school. She played basketball there. Her name was Miranda Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she played there. She was pretty good.
Yeah, they had a pretty good athletics program up there at OBU, but.
Yeah,
I was a music performance major, and I was having to sing French pieces and Spanish pieces, all sorts of stuff. And I could sing it, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that's I was talking to. I had Carly Nash on here, of course, from the Stillwater area, and she was talking about that she was a music major and everything, and talking about that stuff. And she's like, I was like, I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah, it was a little more than I wanted to do, but and I mean, what kind of job you gonna get with a music major? Music performance degree.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I remember when the OBU, I think it was 2012. You remember going to Falls Creek?
Oh yeah.
I remember when they announced. I think it was on OBU night when they announced they were getting football.
Yeah, I was there. I think they did that all 7 weeks of Falls Creek, but I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Falls Creek.
Yeah. So, what week would y'all usually go?
We always went week number 7. I want to say it was the last week. It was always the hottest week out of the year.
Oh, dude, yes. We used to. So we'd go week 4, but my mom was the youth person at the church, and we'd always just drive down for the evening services.
Right.
On like Friday nights,
Right. Yeah, I went to Falls Creek many a year, and I always enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude. I always enjoyed, like, the big thing. Well, I mean, not the big thing, but one of the big things was, winning that volleyball tournament.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah, good times.
We never made it very far, but we tried hard.
So when I was at Indiana, we made it. My first year, we made it. We didn't. We made it to the tournament. That was either my first or second year. We made it to the tournament, and we made it all the way to about the semifinals. And I think we got beat by Little Axe.
Oh man,
yeah. It was crazy. What cabin? Did y'all have y'all's own cabin, or did y'all rent one?
No, we always rented. It was El Reno first, I believe.
Oh, okay.
We stayed in, and then I want to say we also stayed in Ada Trinity a few years.
Oh yeah. When I went to Cameron, and I was a part of the BCM, and they had a little retreat up there, and dude, we went, and it was with ECU. So we went and hung out with them. So I finally got to go into Ada Lodge and experience that. Wow.
Man, I never got to go in there. I always dreamed about staying in that place.
Dude, I know, right? Oh man,
I feel like it'd be like walking into a Bass Pro.
It was really cool. It was different. It was. I mean, you walked in, there was a TV right there, but
Right.
and then they had the rooms that were kind of weird because each one of you had your own room. It wasn't like the old bunk style, which
wow.
I'd kind of miss that because that's where you like have all the fun at, man.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. That surprises me.
Yeah. So my last year going to Falls Creek, I knew this. It's weird. I met this girl before. I met her on a whim. We were on vacation down at Grapevine, and she was playing in, MAYB Summer League basketball. Mm-hmm. And she was from Lexington, of all places. And so we kind of talked, through the year, but then we finally, decided to date a little bit. But that was my final year at Falls Creek.
Wow.
But now she's a lesbian, so yeah. Stay away from Lexington chicks, apparently. Oh goodness. So, what year did you graduate from Cushing?
I graduated in 2013.
2013. Okay, I graduated from Chatty in 2014. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The good years.
The good old high school years. Did you play football?
Mm-hmm. I did. Yep.
See, we didn't have football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played. We had 11 men up here in Cushing, and we weren't very good until my junior year, and then after my junior year, we got a new football coach, so that kind of turned around for us.
I was about to say, they're pretty good now, aren't they?
Yeah, they just played for the gold ball. They lost, but we tried hard.
Well, hey, what's their what's Cushion's mascot? I know their colors are orange and black.
Yeah, we're the Tigers.
The old Tigers.
Yeah.
It's like if you could count how many times in Oklahoma that Tigers is the school's mascot, you'd run out of numbers.
Yeah, I've petitioned for several years now to get Joe Exotic as our mascot. I mean, close enough, Tigers and everything.
Yeah. So John Ranke, the guy that he had the fake legs.
Yeah.
See, he's from Burke Burnett, and so I was watching it that night, because I already knew what happened, being from Oklahoma and everything. Well, I was watching it, and I was sitting there, and he was driving to the racetrack, and he pulled the car out of the hall, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know that car. And then I was sitting there, and I was like, holy shit, they're a Monarch. And then I looked up, and I'm announcing in the freaking booth, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. I think I made a TikTok or something, and it got like 20,000 views or something because I was shocked that I was in Tiger King for like 15 seconds. Yeah, but Ranky's a cool guy. Of course, now he's living in Hugo, but I'd see him every now and then and talk to him and stuff, and yeah, he's a real cool guy and everything. I was talking to his son, and I asked him, I was like, how does your dad like it? And he's like, dude, he loves it. So now he's like, I think he went to that Hazard Fest where like John Schneider formed it,
Oh, yeah.
And he did like a guest appearance and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah.
Yeah, John Schneider. Yeah, I used to love the Dukes Hazard.
Yeah, definitely, dude. It's definitely a classic. Oh man. So, So, is this your full time gig or?
No, so I have a day job too. I run a construction crew for a construction company here in Cushing, and work typically about 40 hours a week or so doing that, and then I get to do music. Sometimes on the weeknights I'll bust out and do a acoustic gig or something, but most times I just play music on the weekends. So occasionally a Friday evening if I'm lucky.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. So what y'all building?
Hey, what now?
What y'all building right now?
We're building a barn dominium. That seems to be the craze, and we do a lot of tile work and a lot of trim work and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we're at on that. But yeah, it keeps me busy through the week. Keeps the lights on for sure.
Keeps your wife happy, huh?
That's right.
Now, what does your wife do?
My wife is a stay-at-home mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've got a 5-year-old little girl, and she's got a full-time job just keeping up with the house and taking care of her.
I bet. My wife, she's a kindergarten teacher, so she's got a whole bunch of 5-year-olds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my daughter's in 5th grade or in kindergarten, so that's
oh yeah.
She knows that.
Yeah, she definitely knows. And the weird thing about Texas is there's not like any, growing up when we were in school and everything, like kindergarten, I remember there being like a paraprofessional in there. But at her school, they don't have any like paras in kindergarten at all.
It's weird.
Maybe it's just a Texas thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You never know, man. It's crazy.
Right.
So where'd you meet your wife at?
Actually, my wife was, I met her at OBU when I was in school at Shawnee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's from California, and she'd come out here to go to school, and that's where we met. So
she's like, oh, there's an Oklahoma boy.
What can I say? She fell in love from first sight.
Oh man, walked up to him and be like, "Hello, my name is Will. God's Will."
It's funny.
Oh
Yeah, no,
man,
we met in Shawnee.
that's awesome, man. That's really awesome. You know, I got to go one time, like I said, when I was at the BCM, and it was during Super Summer, and they were having the college. You know, like how they used to have the college day at Falls Creek. Where you go try to basically recruit people. But I actually got to go to OBU, and that is a really nice campus.
Oh yeah, for what you pay for it, it better be.
Oh, definitely, dude, definitely.
Yeah, no, it is a nice place, and Shawnee. There's good parts and bad parts about Shawnee, but the campus is nice, and the facilities are nice. It's a pretty neat place.
Yeah, it's weird how it's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. There's a lot being built right now around that area, but yeah, it is kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I figured that nowadays you go anywhere, dude, and it's like wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy, especially when we went up to Stillwater. I couldn't believe how much they built up there. Golly.
Right. Yeah, Stillwater's expanding a lot.
Yeah. So, where would you say your favorite place to eat in Stillwater is?
Man, I'm such a basic white girl, but I love me some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, you can't go wrong with it. I think
down on some B-dubs. I can get down on some Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Obviously Eskimo Joe's is always a safe bet.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with those cheese fries. It's just that peppered bacon, dude.
Can't go wrong with Joe's, that's for sure.
Definitely. Shout out to Eskimo Joe's.
That's right.
I want to get on. I wish I could get on that Colorado dude's lawsuit where he sued. I think he said he sued Buffalo Wild Wings for the boneless wings not being wings, and he won. I think he won. I think what I saw, and I was like, that's easy money right there.
People get upset about anything, won't they?
Yeah, nowadays.
Especially if it makes a buck.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a different world.
Yeah, man. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's I'm worried to see what it's going to turn out to be in the coming future.
Right. Yeah, it seems like it gets crazier every day.
Oh, definitely. I couldn't imagine, like being a parent, and your kid, growing up. It's crazy. Like I was just doing a subbing gig at one of the elementaries in Burke, and it was in 5th grade. And some of them things some kids were talking about and everything, and I was just like, y'all have no manners or nothing, and it's just like, y'all.
Yeah, currently, I told you my mom is a music teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, he currently teaches as well, and that's kind of what their general consensus. As a matter of fact, he's about to retire because of it, but not directly because of it. There's lots of stuff that's different in the schools. It's like the fact they're trying to change math.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you got to write out 15 steps instead of saying that the answer is 2 + 2. I'm like, what good is this going to do? Like for real?
Yeah. So he's getting out of it mainly for that reason. But they both, my mom and my dad, both tell me how the kids have changed in recent years.
Oh yeah, and it's it's on the parents, because it seems like nowadays parents, they get annoyed by the kids, right? They're like, here, go play on your tablet or something. I'm busy or something. It's just it's weird, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Crazy, man. We definitely don't raise our daughter that way, but
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. My kids ain't going. I'm gonna raise my kids the old-fashioned way. You know, one of one of these days. You know,
Yeah, I hear you.
gonna go find one of them old RCA TVs where they can just sit right there, no flat screen. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
They're gonna be like, turn on this app. What's that app? You got a VCR in there, boy. Go watch. Oh man, that's funny, dude. Yeah, it's definitely weird looking back now. And I was telling my wife this the other day. It's just weird how everything has changed. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, especially, I mean, you and I graduated around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything's changed so much since we've even been out of school, and it just sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around all the changes.
Well, yeah, and it's weird. Like, well, I'll be out of school 9 years. You'll be out of 10. But it's just weird. Like, just realizing, damn, that was freaking 10 years ago or 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
It's definitely different, man. So,
Yeah.
I'm guessing since you're in the Stillwater area, you a Pokes fan?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love to watch Cowboys football for sure. I mean, I don't go into it with much expectation just because I've been a Cowboys fan most of my life, but
right. I mean, I'm a Sooner fan, so last year we don't even talk about.
yeah, what a season.
But hey, we won Bedlam. That's all that matters.
Well, yeah, you guys are notorious for catching on to that.
Oh man, you know it's crazy. This year though, I went to more OSU games than I watched OU games. Yeah, my brother was like, he bought that. What is it? Like half season pass or whatever, where you get to go to 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish Norma would do something like that, but yeah, they like their money too much.
Yeah, it's you talk about a nice facility in Norman. My gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude! I haven't got to see it since I freaking remodeled it.
It's crazy.
And then my father-in-law, he played in Nebraska back in the old '90s, back when they were in the Big 12. So he what my wife told him said, yeah, he's an OU fan, and he looked at me. He's like, well, at least you ain't no Texas fan. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was funny. I had Matt on here. We were talking, and I asked him since he's in Stillwater. I said, "You know OSU fan?" He's like, "No, I'm a big Nebraska Cornhusker fan." Well, then I told him, but he started fangirling. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah. Oh man, and it was funny. I told him, I was like, my father-in-law's a Husker legend. And I said, you probably can't guess it. And he said, Aaron Taylor? And I said, yeah. And that was funny. But yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to this season. I hate that this could be the last ever Bedlam ever.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping they would come up with some sort of an agreement to keep that around, but
that's what it is, man. It sucks because I'm like, why are you gonna end 100+ year?
Yeah, it seems really dumb to me.
Yeah.
Tradition. I never would have thought that we'd be having this conversation about Bedlam in there.
Dude, I never thought about it either. You know, growing up as kids, I mean, you got Thanksgiving, but that Saturday after Thanksgiving, it was Bedlam time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. I don't know. I kind of think that in the end they'll figure something out. At least I hope. Maybe wishful thinking, but
they got to. I mean, for real. It's just
they need to.
there's too much history. Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's 119 to 51, but I mean, it's. Oh goodness.
Yeah, you said it in like statistics as well.
Um, no, not necessarily. Ah,
What's the other sports? The other Bedlam statistic for the rest of the sports?
we don't talk about those on this show, sir. We don't want to get banned. No.
Yeah, you guys are football only, huh?
Oh hell no, no, no. I mean, I keep up with OSU. Like shoot, like I said last year, we went to those 3 games, and then we end up. So my brother played at Filthy's the night before, and then the next day we went to the TCU game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
a heartbreaking game.
Yeah, dude. And now looking back, it's like if they would have lost that, they would have never went to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. Like I don't see how TCU got that lucky all season long.
I know.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, not gonna say it, but I mean, I'm not gonna sound like a Texas fan, but like, if Gabriel didn't get hurt, we could have beat them, you know. But I mean,
I got you.
Yeah, it's just, and that's another thing. Oklahoma, I never thought I'd see the day where players are getting paid to play in high school.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I never thought I'd see that. Were y'all 3A?
We were 4A my freshman and sophomore year, and 3A my junior and senior year.
Oh yeah, so you know the pain that it's going to be when that big house implodes.
Yeah.
That's just that's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. I mean, yeah, I never got to play there, but I mean, it's the big house. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I did show there in Hawaii, but I mean,
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's crazy. Everything's changing, but I guess that's the only thing that stays the same is the change, right?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, this new place is supposed to be like state of the art, so we'll see.
Right.
Yeah, it's that's like I was watching. There was a school. They're 3A in Texas, but they're kind of a local school, and they were in the finals. And of course, they played their finals at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. And I was watching it, and I posted on Facebook. I said the Alamo Dome's nice and everything, and it can seat 100,000, but it ain't the same as the big house on championship Saturday.
Right, I agree.
Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to in this year, and as far as your music career?
Well, we're definitely looking forward to playing Calf Rye this year. We're blessed to be on the Calf Rye bill this year. Cinco de Mayo.
I saw it. That's awesome, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah. We're thrilled to be on that, and really looking forward to that. And we're also got some plans to record some new music, so we're excited to get some new music out. We'll have a single dropping, I think, sometime late April.
Ooh, exclusive right here. Breaking news.
Yeah. So we got a new one coming out pretty quick, and just really, man, just trying to get back in the studio, and we've got quite a few back catalog songs that we're ready to record. So hope to get in the studio, and would love to release some more music this year.
See, y'all are playing. That's the day Reed's headline, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So are y'all playing? Are y'all opening up for Reed, or I'll have to? I couldn't remember.
I think we're opening up for Treaty Oak.
Treaty Oak.
Opening up for Giovanni, and Gio's opening up for Reed.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a hell of a show.
It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a cool one.
Gio and them guys are some good guys too.
Yeah, man, they're great. Good dudes.
Yeah, so the first time I met Reed, we were in Blair, and we were at this like wedding reception deal that they're having at this bar, and we're sitting there, and this guy came up to me, and it was one of Reed's buddies. Crap, what's his name? Jake. Dang, I can't think of his name. But he told me, of course, we're freaking, hammered. And he's like, dude, Reed's on his way up here. I was like, no way. And so then Reed shows up and hang out with him and everything. And I remember I asked him if I could touch his hair, because that was after he started wearing the hat, when he would just have his hair, He's like, yeah, man. It's like, feels like ramen or something, Oh man, yeah, that was a crazy night. He gave me a sack of like keychains. He's like, go throw these on the bar and tell everybody they can have one.
That's funny.
Yeah, he was a funny guy. It was a good time. That was the old the aqua green and the orange logo.
Oh yeah,
the old timey logo. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, Gio and them. Of course, their drummer Milton Tolles. That's my homie from the Shady 580. Yeah. But they're good guys too, hanging out with them and stuff, and they're pretty fun.
It's been a while, but we got to open a couple shows up for Gio and those guys. Milton was always cool, man. He's always cool to hang out with. So
y'all played at the Weed quite a bit, haven't y'all?
Weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've played up there quite a bit over the years.
Now, did y'all play that Outside City Limit Festival?
No, we weren't a part of the OCL deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt, and because we were talking about that Battle of the Bands, and he said he wasn't eligible because he played that. I was like, that's weird, but
right, yeah, there was some sort of stipulation on that, so.
Yeah. Now, have y'all played Reagan's Tailgate before a ball game?
No, we haven't done that either.
Okay, I couldn't remember if y'all did or not.
No, I haven't up to this point anyway. But we run into Reagan and Rick and all those folks pretty often whenever we're in Stillwater.
Yeah. How far is Cushing from Stillwater?
It is 30 minutes. However you want to cut it, it takes 30 minutes to get to Stillwater.
What's the quickest you've ever been made it there?
Probably 20 minutes, I'd say. I used to work in Stillwater, so there was a time or two where I didn't wake up quite in time to get there in time. I had to put the pedal down, but
so
you get that on the big jobs.
Yeah. So what'd you do in Shawnee?
As far as school and all that stuff?
Yeah. Did you work in Shawnee or?
No, at that point in time, I was just going to school, and it only lasted for 5 months or whatever. I left after one semester, so I ended up coming back to Cushing, and me and my wife got married in 2016 and got a house, and I started working for a tree company out of Stillwater. And that was when I was driving back and forth from Cushing to Stillwater doing that.
That's always fun. I worked for a tree service for a little bit.
Man, I enjoyed it.
I helped this dude just load the chipper every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a big area full. So you've been to Lawton, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like where the casino is. Comanche Nation, when you pass by it on the interstate.
Yeah.
So that turnoff to go to Lawton, there used to be, it's clear now, but there used to be a bunch of trees out there. And we ended up, I helped these guys clear all that out. Dude, it took like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty crazy.
Yeah, we got into some pretty big jobs.
Yeah, those big jobs, good lord. The small jobs are alright, but those big jobs.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So y'all put the single out was it a month ago or a couple weeks ago?
I want to say it came out January 27th, maybe.
January 27th. I remember when it dropped.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Lane Haas, and he was like, "Have you?" He's like, "Have you heard Charlie Hickman?" Wyatt asked him, said, "Have you heard Charlie's new record?" Yeah, we were actually on here, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but y'all had some success with that single, haven't y'all?
Yeah, it's done pretty good. I mean, I don't necessarily know how you measure success on a single like that. I've heard different people say different things, but I mean, to me, it always just kind of seemed like
Right.
if people were listening to it, that was a good thing.
Yeah, no matter where they're from, it's funny. You look at your freaking diagnostics or whatever, distribution or whatever, and it'll say some dude was listening to it. I think somebody was listening to this in like Saudi Arabia or something like Pakistan, like some country over there in the Middle East, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I must not keep up with it that close. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, so like when it says like your listeners by states, you can go to you can click on the international or something like that, and it'll have every listener across the globe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's Crow Time's pretty big, and I think it was Jordan.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny because you're like, it makes you. It's weird because it's like you wouldn't think that people, because hell, I don't even know if anyone ever listens to this, and then you see that and you're like, some dude was listening to this in Jordan. What the hell?
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. So, where y'all playing at coming up besides Calfry?
So this Friday, I've got an acoustic gig in Cushing, at a place called Go to Freddo's. It's connected to the Duncan Theater that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I've got an acoustic gig there on Friday, and then on Saturday we're playing a full band show down in Midlothian, Texas, at a venue called Union 28.
Okay, I got a couple of buddies that are playing there. They're doing an acoustic show on March 24th.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I've never been there before, but I heard it's a really cool venue. Midlothian, dude, you drive by their high school, their freaking field's freaking huge.
Oh yeah, every Texas football team seems to have a big old grand stadium.
Dude, it's weird. So I went to Anna, which is just outside of Sherman, and when I was doing football on the radio, and we pulled up to that stadium, and I was like, oh my gosh! I went up to the press box. They had suites for the superintendent, the principal, and stuff, but it was like, yeah, dude, it was like a college. It might have been bigger than a college field.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then this weekend we got to tour AT&T Stadium, which was unbelievable. It was, yeah, it was crazy. Like, they gave us like the full VIP treatment and everything. It was weird. So before the tour, just walking around, like, because we were walking field level, like underneath and stuff, there was this room, and it had like everything that had been there. Like they already had, they're having the World Cup final there or whatever. They already had the signs printed up. They had the college football playoff when they played it there a couple times, like the actual logo and everything. And then when the NFL had their 100th anniversary, they had that 50 cut out that was gold and everything. And they had a couple. There was, of course, Alabama won there, a couple times, but they had like Alabama sign, like Cotton Bowl champion sign, and there's just like, and then we found where the goalposts were, and we kept wondering because you drive by and you see the field, like all the turf and everything, it's like pushed in, but on the other side they have a college field. I didn't know that. They actually have two fields. But here's the crazy thing: they play the high school. Of course, they play the state championships all at AT&T. The high school actually play on the NFL field.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it was like whoa.
But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, way different than playing at Boone Pickens.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man. So, where can people find you on the old social medias?
Yeah, man, we're on Facebook and Instagram. There is a website that I update every once in a while if I remember to. I need to get better about that, but there is a website out there somewhere. But Facebook, Instagram, and you can find our music on iTunes and Spotify, Amazon Music, all those big places have it. So.
I heard rumors that there's a couple songs on the Hub.
The Hub.
The Hub,
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
Oh man.
I don't think so.
You never know.
Maybe someone got lucky to one of my songs.
Oh man, that's like when I was talking to Lane. They were talking about this guy that they do in Kansas, and they're talking about he made an OnlyFans, and he would title his videos like something like off the wall, and people have to subscribe and click on it to watch it. Well, it'll just be him singing in his kitchen or something.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, And they're like, yeah, he made like $500 in a month. I'm like, that's pretty. It's a good promotion tool. Yeah. I think you can find your music on Napster, can't you?
I don't know.
Rhapsody, all those, LimeWire.
Frostwire.
I don't know how many computers I fried having Frostwire and LimeWire.
Yeah, 2007 was a.
Oh man, that's like when like when you got your phone, you didn't have no smartphone. If you wanted a ringtone, if you wanted to be the coolest thing ever, you had to have the coolest ringtone. And you get that phone that had that ringtone recorder, you'd be like, "Shut up! I'm trying to record this song."
Yeah, I remember begging people to Bluetooth me a song.
Yeah, definitely. And then the bump deal came out, and you're like, just let me bump your phone. Just send me all your ringtones.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Man, see, I'm telling you, that was the good old days.
Yeah, it's like I was watching something the other day, and I think it was like some like '90s deal, and it was talking about stores, and KB Toys popped up, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then there's like several others, and I'm like, like for instance, I live on Kmart Drive, and it's like you don't see any of those anymore. Yeah, nobody knows about the blue light specials. Oh goodness. Well, Charlie, man, thanks for coming on, and love to have you on again sometime.
Yeah, man, great talking to you.
Yeah, it's definitely a good old time.
It was.
Yeah, well, we'll talk to you later, all right, buddy?
All right, have a good evening.
Have you heard of the new company right here in Wichita Falls called What's Up 940? They'll show you the latest deals and steals and the hottest events right here in the falls. Just go follow them on all social medias at What's Up 940. Let's face it, the worst thing to deal with after a storm is the damage. That's why I personally recommend Elite Roofing and Restoration. They'll walk you through the process. They also offer many different services, including HVAC, electrical, garage door repair, and so much more. So why don't you give them a call for a free estimate at 405-443-7979 or send them an email at eliteroofingYukon@gmail.com. They'll work with you. And at Elite Roofing, their motto is honesty, integrity, and transparency. All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for another episode of It's Crow Time. I want to thank you all, as always, for tuning in. We want to thank Mr. Charlie Hickman for coming on the show. Make sure you go check him out if you're in the Cushion area at Go to Freddo's on Friday. And on Saturday, if you're down in Texas, go check them out. Union 28, the Charlie Hickman Band. You won't be disappointed. And make sure you go check out their music on all streaming platforms. Go give them a like on all social medias and a follow. And we want to thank y'all, as always, for tuning in, all our listeners. And if you're a new listener, make sure you go give us a like on Facebook. Go give us a follow on Instagram. Go subscribe to our YouTube page. That way you are in the know when we release new episodes. And as always, we want to thank our sponsors, Get At It Customs, What's Up 940, Elite Roofing, and Lazenby Landscaping out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. But with that being said, until we meet next time, right here at the same place on It's Crow Time. See ya.